Welcome back to Burnley's Let's Talk Burnley Football Club channel, and this is Clarence. You've been away for 2 weeks and it's been a long 2 weeks, hasn't it, lads? But Clarence is here with another Let's Talk Burnley Football Club number 183 match report on Burnley versus Bristol City. But I'm going to start this video now with the actual question I asked you 2 weeks ago. I asked you a question. Alright. It was question number 19. How many points did Burnley achieve in season 2015-2016? I got two answers. One from Nonna Grace in America and one from the Wanderer, who got it correct, and the answer was 93 points Burnley achieved between that season 2015-2016. But now I've got a question for you, another one, number 20. Right, listen carefully. Burnley reached the Championship playoffs final in 2009 against after beating Reading. Right, I want to know by what aggregate did Burnley beat Reading in the semi-finals to get to that final? I'll say it again. Right, Burnley reached the Championship playoff final in 2009 after beating Reading by what aggregate score in the semi-final? That's your question number 20. Okay, I'm going to put Clarence down, and we're going to go now with the match report for Burnley against Bristol City. Right, I'm going to give you two. First of all, I'm going to give you the previous games. This was on the 23rd of November 24. Bristol City 0, Burnley 1, and the scorer that day was Anthony. Today's referee was Andrew Kitchen, and the attendance was 19,742. I had to go and look it up. Okay, your team news: Trafford, Roberts, Egan Riley, Steve, Perez, Edwards, Cullen, Laurent, Anthony, Brownhill and Fleming. And Burnley went with a 4-4-1-1. I've not seen them done that for a while. And Bristol went with a 3-4-3. Your substitutes for today's game was Adanki, Barnes, Benson, Foster, Colosio, Hannibal, Sarmiento, Son and Worrell. Right, I'm not going to give you a blow by blow and times and all the rest of it, but all in all, Burnley had 17 shots on goal over the game. 17 shots. Where are we? Oh, it's on the other side. Right, on the other side of the page, sorry. Right, I'm not going to go with the blow by blow, minute by minute, but I'm going to tell you now that Burnley had 14 shots altogether, 3 on target, and Bristol had 4 shots and 1 on target, which goes to show you how much Burnley were in charge of that game. They should have scored more than 1 goal, especially with 14 shots on goal. But I've written a few things down here. This is the first 2-3 minutes. Burnley came out of the blocks quickly. The first 5 minutes. Bristol and then they came up on the front foot and Burnley had to defend. Now, it wasn't until the 17th minute that Fleming scored a good free kick Right foot shot to the top left hand corner. And then we had shots from Anthony, Fleming again with a header, Edwards shot again, Roberts shot, and then it came to half time. So your half time stats were 56% possession for Burnley, 8 shots, 2 on target, 3 fouls and no corners. Bristol City had 43% of the possession. They only had 1 shot in the first half, none on target, 6 fouls and 1 corner. So the second half came out, no changes. Fleming had a shot, Perez had a shot, Edwards another shot blocked, Anthony had a header, and then came the substitutes coming to the end of the game. 64th minute, Foster replaced Fleming. 82nd minute, Hannibal replaced Brownhill, and the 90th minute, Galoscio replaced Edwards. Full time 1-0 to Burnley. I know it's a win, and I know that we're still in the same position, we're third, but the lead has changed because Leeds drew 2-2 with Swansea after Leeds scored in the first minute of that game. Swansea came back to draw 2-2, so they changed hands. Sheffield United and Leeds changed over. Right, I'll give you the full-time stats totally now. Burnley had 54% of the possession overall, had 14 shots, 3 on target, 11 fouls, 7 corners. And Bristol City had 45% of the possession, only had 4 shots of total of the game, and they only had 1 on target, 9 fouls and 2 corners. Right, we're going to give you the league positions now. As I told you before, they've changed. Sheffield United are top. They've played 39, won 26, drawn 7, lost 6, 83 points. Leeds, second, played 39, won 23, drawn 12, lost 4, points 81. Burnley were third, played 39, won 22, drawn 15, lost 2, points 81. And Sunderland, who's fourth, played 39, they won 20, drawn 12, lost 7, points 72. So unless Sunderland starts to win, I can't see them catching Burnley. But then on the other hand, Burnley could easily, after a couple of wins, be on top spot. Which brings me now down to the next match. There's 7 matches left. And I've looked at the dates and the days of the match and the times. So I can tell you now, I'll run them down. We have a Saturday, we have a Tuesday, we have a Friday, we have another Friday, we have a Monday, a Saturday, and the last game of the season will be on the Saturday. So now I'm going to tell you which teams we are going to play next. Saturday the 5th of April we are away at Coventry, 12:30 kickoff. Tuesday the 8th of April we are away at Derby, 7:45 kickoff. Friday the 11th of April we are at Norwich, 8 o'clock kickoff. We're home to Norwich, 8 o'clock kickoff. Friday the 18th of April we are away at Watford, 3 o'clock kickoff. Monday 21st of April we are home to Sheffield United. Big game, massive game, 5:30 kickoff. Saturday 26th of April we are away at Queen's Park Rangers, 3 o'clock kickoff. And the last game of the season, it may count, it may not count. If we get into the playoffs, it might count, but if we're in the top 2 by then, it won't matter so much, because probably we'll have enough points between ourselves and Sunderland. Yeah, well, if Leeds carry on winning and Sheffield United carry on winning, we'll have to be in the playoffs. As simple as that. So the last game of the season, we are home to Millwall, which is a 12:30 kickoff. Like every team in the Championship will be kicking off at the same time. That's going to be an exciting time at Turf Moor against Millwall. Right. Do have a go at that question. I know there's not that many people coming back with answers, but give it a go. Let's have a bit of fun. We've only got 7 more games to go, so you've only got 7 more questions to answer. And let's see how many people can actually get these questions right. But they have to be true Burnley supporters. We don't Google anything. We try and remember. Burnley supporters should know most of these answers. Okay. Well, that's it for now. Up the Clariots. 3 points in the bag. Everybody's happy. Not necessarily by the lack of goals that we could have scored today, but at least we got the 3 points. So, up the Clariots. Come on then. Bye, Clarence. Bye-bye.